Hello, Pisces. This is Queen Amun-Ra coming to you with your message, with your general reading. Pisces, thank you for reaching out to me to let me know that your readings have not been showing, not all of them, but you know. So if something doesn't go up, please, please, please let me know. Thank you, thank you, thank you for letting me know. Let's get into your reading. I'm going to monitor this one. I just saw something that did not go up that I uploaded, but I'm glad it was another reading, not yours. All right, let's get into this one. Let's get right into this one. If you celebrate the holidays, happy holidays to you and your families. Let's get into it. This reading is for the 5th through the 12th of December. All right, Pisces, you are ruled 12th house. Every word I speak is with love, truth, and good intentions. All right, let's get it. See what's going on here. This is the intention that you're setting. All right. Okay. Alrighty. Let's get into it, Pisces. Let's go. Okay. All right. Let's see what the current situation for you all is, Pisces. Let's see what the current situation for you all is. Let's see what is going on. We're going to also put oracle cards as well, Pisces. But again, sending everybody lots of love and light. We are still in the full moon phase. And for those of you all who are new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. My readings, I'm speaking to your entire birth chart. So that's all the planetary alignments. You all just happen to rule 12th house. So even for my cross watchers who are tuning in, find out what your zodiac sign is in your 12th house. Find out what your zodiac sign is in your 12th house. Both of your ruling planets, Pisces is retrograde. Jupiter and Neptune, right? All right, let's get into it. Let's get right on into it. Let's get into it. What's the current situation here, right? So somebody is saying possibly that they encountered a master manipulator. Okay. So the symbol is a the fish. This fish is swimming in two different directions, right? Y'all know the symbol for Pisces, a fish swimming in two different directions, right? And so something. There's a seat. Yeah, so your symbol is the moon. That card is the moon card, right? And so I'm seeing emotional intelligence here. I'm seeing some kind of emotional intelligence here. So somebody is an empath. Somebody's an empath. Balanced out. And so what we're trying to get to is healthy work-life balance here. Somebody could be married. Because this symbol right here is 7th house, right? So it looks like some people are secret enemies though. Looks like some people are secret enemies of a King of Cups. Whoever this King of Cups is, looks like people are secret enemies of a King of Cups. But it's like in two different directions. Right? Whoever this King of Cups is. This is the current situation. So, what's a challenge? So somebody's trying to bring something to light. A challenge is somebody bringing something to light. here. That could be a challenge. Somebody bringing something to light. So somebody bringing something to light could put an end to something. Somebody's fifth house could put an end to something. So find out what your zodiac sign is in your fifth house, wherever you are, right? Somebody who moved on and didn't come back. It looks like someone ascended higher, right? So 9 of Wands is like someone who moved on. You know, they're not confused. They may have been hurt, not necessarily physically hurt. I mean, I don't know. Somebody hopes nobody's physically hurt from something, but this could have been spiritually hurt. Somebody could have a Sagittarius moon. I don't know who has a Sagittarius moon. You could have a Sagittarius moon, but spiritually, somebody could have felt like they went along, because a Sagittarius is a mutable sign like Pisces is, but somebody could have felt like they went along with something and they ended up getting hurt, and they're like, hey, you know what? I'm not going along with something. Whoever this is, somebody says, okay, I'm not going along with something. I'm tired of getting hurt. So that could be a challenge. Somebody could have felt like they were manipulated. So I have no idea who's a Sagittarius moon. I have no idea. So in this case, somebody would have to pull birth charts to find out what, you know, who's a Sagittarius moon. And this was in the distant past. What about the recent past? Right? So somebody kind of has a feeling that people are linking up and talking to each other. So somebody has a feeling that people are linking up and talking to each other. Again, I have no idea who has a feeling people are linking up and talking to each other about something and kind of putting this fire out here. But it looks like the challenge is someone is learning how to save themselves. You know, save themselves the trouble. Because someone who saved themselves, you know, like I said, somebody learned how to save themselves by not, because I see a romantic relationship here, but somebody learned how to save themselves by not saving themselves with a relationship, if that makes any sense, right? Because sometimes some people jump into a relationship. They like, okay, this is a distraction. I'll just jump into a relationship. Right? So somebody says they're not going back to being distracted by that. So somebody ascended higher and said, yeah, they're not going back to being hurt in a relationship. So some people are banding together to come against this person who decided they're not going, you know, going to be in a relationship. So this 3 of Cups could be like me, myself, and I. Like one person who's just decided, hey, you know what? Spiritually, they're using, so 9th house is like higher education. You know, they're using their knowledge, their wisdom, and they're saving themselves with their wisdom and their knowledge, their emotional maturity with something. They're not saving themselves by saying, hey, let's all band together and, you know, come up with a story. So somebody's been going through some nightmares. Somebody has had some nightmares, right? And so somebody is putting their energy towards the nightmares that they've had. Somebody is talking about the nightmares that they've had. And there's 2 sides to something. Somebody's remembering some nightmares that they had. And there's 2 sides of something. Yeah, there's 2 sides of something. This connects us to Mercury. right? Somebody could also be talking about somebody that they worked with as well. Yeah, somebody could be talking about somebody that they worked with. Somebody in a career. They were in a career with somebody that they felt like they were chained to their job. You know how like some people like referencing their job and they're just like, oh my God. They felt like they work with the devil. Somebody could have worked for somebody who, y'all know how like somebody may say, hey, if you want, you're going to have to, let's say you're going to have to work 16 hours a day, somebody could feel like their job saved them, right? It's not always a lover. Sometimes it's a job. Some people feel like, okay, they work. It could have been their job was a nightmare for them, right? And so somebody could have been talking about, hey, they're not going back to being confused. They living a healthy work-life balance, right? And that's what this could have been, right? And that's how some people manipulate people in the workplace. Hey, you working harder, hey, like let's say for instance you go to a manager, and this is why people keep trying to tell people, stop bringing your personal life to your workplace. Stop telling people what's going on in your, like I've heard people bring all their personal life. They got pictures everywhere at work. I mean, just telling everybody their business at work. Lord have mercy. I'm like, oh my God, like telling everybody their business at work. Just spreading everything, talking about this and that. Like, what are you doing? And so sometimes managers will give people more work, keep them busy, thinking, okay, here, depending on who you're working with, who you're working for. Sometimes you'll have some managers say, hey, take some time off. You can work from home. You can go ahead and handle that, at home, whatever. You don't have to come into the office, right? There may be somebody who is, emotionally intelligent to say, hey, protect yourself, right? But then you may have somebody say, here, take advantage of that. I'm gonna just toss you some extra work. I'm gonna toss you some extra work. I'm gonna work you, right? So somebody could be like chained to their desk. We've heard that term, like chained to their desk. Sort of like a workaholic, like chained to their desk, and don't have a healthy work-life balance, right? Yep. So yeah, somebody is not going back to being lost and confused. What I'm looking at here is time management. This is what I'm seeing here, time management. So the near future is because the devil will make you look at yourself, like look at yourself in the mirror. So somebody could be somebody could have been manipulated by somebody who told them that you were, somebody could have told you that you were lazy, that you weren't working hard enough. Whoever you are, somebody could have told you that you were lazy, you weren't working hard enough. And that could be giving you nightmares, right? Whoever you are. Yeah, so somebody could feel bullied. To work harder. To grow money. Yeah, again, it's time management. And people are also looking at your reading too. People are also secretly watching somebody too. That's why you see this water here. Somebody is secretly watching somebody. That's how somebody's going to send that spell work back. So if somebody is basically saying, oh, you're a workaholic, you're working too hard, you're going to send that spell work right back. How would you know? That's what you're going to basically tell them. How would you know? You're just going to come out and ask them. You're not even going to get overwhelmed. How would you know? External and environmental influences on my Pisces. You have a lot of inner strength. You have a lot of inner strength. Because that's how it's going to be exposed. That's how it's going to be exposed. Who's watching you. Because somebody has seen you as somebody from the start. Whoever you are has seen you as competition from the very beginning. There could be a Leo that's seeing you as competition from the beginning. And so this person who is exposing themselves, who could be telling you that you're a workaholic, right? Told you that they were never going back to this person, right? And who they were manipulated. They're just, somebody's just telling on themselves. Basically, somebody's just telling on themselves. It's shining a mirror back on themselves. Because all you're doing is growing your money. What's the big deal? If you're trying to grow your money and somebody's telling you that you're obsessed, with growing your money, what are they trying to find out? Your bills? Like, what are they trying to find out? Like, what bills you have to pay? Yeah, anyway, you don't even have to get overwhelmed by that. Yeah, you're working. You're working. Somebody's basically trying to find out how you're growing your money, how you're making your money, what you're doing to grow your money. Somebody's trying to find out some information, whoever you are. And again, you don't have to be a Pisces. Wherever Pisces falls in your birth chart, you rule 12th house. Somebody's just trying to gain some information. That's all somebody's trying to do is gain information. And if you find out like who's connected to these energies, your polarity is a Virgo. You're trying to find out who's connected to these energies. People nitpicking, asking all kinds of questions, trying to bait you into it. It can be any zodiac sign. You don't have to answer any questions. Somebody's trying to find out what kind of work you're doing. Trying to find out this, trying to find out that. Outcome, yeah. Yep. So the outcome is that you're keeping your vibrations high. Outcome is that you're keeping your vibrations high. Somebody could also be recording your conversation. Recording, if you're talking to somebody could be kind of recording conversations as well. Secretly watching you, recording conversations. Somebody feels like you're a snake, that you got away with something, whoever you are. And let me just, for clarity, snake energy. You could have felt like you were not nurtured in a particular environment. Okay, just for context, whoever you are, you could have felt like you weren't nurtured in a particular environment. You weren't willing to do something to climb a ladder. It could have been a job, person, wherever. It could have been a job where you felt like, okay, you just weren't nurtured in that environment. Could have been anywhere, which is not abnormal. Okay, and people want to know how you're making your money. How many times have people worked on jobs or been places where you feel like, okay, you're not willing to work yourself into oblivion until you collapse somewhere. And then only to be told, hey, gave a job to somebody else. So somebody said that, you said you weren't going back to being confused. Somebody said they didn't want you back. So whatever whatever you left, something was a fiery end, right? But somebody is still wanting to kind of know. It's sort of an obsession. I can't say sort of, because we see in the number 8 here, there's still an obsession, right? So this is where you're staying focused. This is where you're staying focused. People are praying for you because the devil is a liar. You're not calling anybody a devil, but there's an obsession here. There's an obsession here. So sending everybody lots of love and light. You know, that you wake up from whatever nightmares you've gone through. You know, we like positivity on this channel. But again, if there's anybody who is trying to bring somebody down to a lower frequency, get in your element. Get outside, get some fresh air, get near water, drink your water, take your spiritual bath. This is still a full moon energy. You know, full moon energy, right? Get away from people who are trying to drag you down to a lower frequency. If people are trying to lead you in any kind of direction emotionally, talking about things that steer them in the direction, you're going along. You're a water sign. You're going along with sources flow. They're trying to steer you in the direction of anything that could drag you down to a low frequency. Point them in the direction where they can get help in that, you know, that direction. Yeah, operate in the spirit of faith. Yeah. So miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I can imagine. Yeah, operate in the spirit of love. Some people don't realize with their negativity and bringing you trying to, you know, Debbie Downer, David Downer type of energy, bringing that kind of energy for you. You're in such high spirits. They don't even realize they're going to get blocked. They don't realize they're going to get blocked. You're not even trying to engage that kind of energy. Yeah. Artistry. Because you could be doing something else to create. You know, you're not trying to even create conversations around something. 2 and 3 is 5. 5 connects us possibly with the Hierophant energy. It connects us also with the bull or bullying types of energy. Somebody is just a master manipulator. Somebody really is a master manipulator, and you're putting it into it. Everybody that's connected to that type of an energy, it may not be connected to, it's just a type of an energy. So don't even overwhelm yourself saying, oh, they must know somebody that you know. It's a particular type of a spirit. It's a frequency. It's a particular frequency. So you don't even have to give yourself nightmares over it. Somebody is trying to attach a particular emotion to you to give you nightmares about something. So let me give somebody an example of something. You know what? I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that in a reading. I'm not going to do that in a reading. Yep. So stay focused, okay? Stay focused. Stay focused. All you need to know is that when you needed a particular group of energies to be there for you, they turned their back. So you went to another group that helped you. And that's it. That's it and that's all. So you're good. So just keep people out of your business. That's where your emotional intelligence came from. Another group helped you. They stepped up to the plate. You're good. You're being poured into. That's where the emotional intelligence came from. So keep your vibrations high. That's how you're able to spot. That's how you're able to know who is connected to whom. That's how you're able to save yourself. That's why you're not going back. Some energies want you to come back now after, you know, them, whoever these energies are, being hot-headed. This could be a job. This could be old friends. It could be anybody. They were hot-headed. They didn't want you to come back. They demonized whoever this is. You're now using your water properly. And I'm talking to you wherever Pisces is in your birth chart. You're growing your money. And we're not talking about money as a form of energy. We're not always talking about paper and coins money. We're talking about just your worth, right? You're in your element, and it's very clear. Very, very clear. So again, I'm talking to you, your personal planets, your social planets, Chiron, as well as your collective planets. So that covers every single planet, not just your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. It covers every single planet. People want to know what's going on in your life. The who, what's, when, where's, and why's. They're trying to cover everything. Are you in a relationship with somebody? Where you're going, who you hanging out with, what you're doing, right? Only share what you want to share. People hanging on to every little word. Somebody could have a moon in Taurus. So your dreams need a practical plan. Yeah. You and your loved ones are safe. Somebody could also have a moon in Cancer. But you and your loved ones are safe. Somebody has a new romantic cycle beginning. Somebody could also have a moon in Libra. Yeah. This is how you keep, your boundaries. Saturn is no longer retrograde, but protect your energy, protect your water, protect your water. Anybody coming to bring some dark energy or dragging you down to a low frequency, reroute their emotions to the proper, just like you would reroute a call. Hey, I can't help you in that area, but I know who can. I know who can help you. I can't help you in that area, but I know who can. I can pray for you, but I know who can help you. And that's it. That's it, and that's all. You're not getting into no gossiping sessions, none of that. None of that low vibrational stuff. So anyway, that is what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. I'll see you all in the next video. We'll put an let's see, crown chakra cleanse. Adjust your crown, whoever you are. Somebody is amongst the incubi and succubi. Somebody regrets lying to you about something. I have no idea what they lied to you about. You can pray about it. Whoever it is. Messages from your ancestors. The angel and prophecy of wisdom is with you. He apologizes for betraying you. Have no idea who that is. Leave them behind. So somebody's not happy without you. I have no idea who that is. Somebody wants the best for you. You have the gift of claircognizance. This is psychic knowledge about other people. Somebody has a demon of lust. I have no idea who that is. Somebody wants to call you, but they haven't changed. I have no idea who that is either. Journal your journey. Yep. Toss something into a burning bowl. Yep. Yep. But send that spell work right back. Send it back. If you even have a clue, or if you think you know who it is, when people are starting to dig and pry and ask certain questions about things, trying to invoke a certain emotion, just block them. Just block them. Whoever you think it is. If you even think somebody is recording your conversations and not asking you for, people should be asking you for permission if they're recording your conversations anyway, whether they can or not. They should just be asking just for permission. And people are just doing it just to sit around and talk about what you think about this and what, well, I think this, and not asking your permission, blocked. That's what I have for you. Hopefully this is helpful. And again, I'll make sure I check out, make sure the videos are going up for everybody, because some of them do kind of slip through the cracks sometimes, but I just want to double check. But thank you for letting me know. You know who you are. Thank you for letting me know that you haven't seen the Pisces videos go up. Thanks.